we have already done for exam 1, okay, that's unit 1 is over, okay, so in the next 1.5 weeks, very quickly, okay, today and the next week, the Tuesday and Thursday in next week, 3 classes will get this entire unit 2 done, okay, there will be 6 more sections, so I would strongly suggest you guys come to class and then, do our class activities, okay. Today we will do both sections 7 and 8. Next Tuesday, 9 and 10. Next Thursday, 11, 12. Unit 2 done, okay? Okay, so section 7 is about interpreting change, okay? Interpreting change, okay? So it's about absolute and relative change, okay? So at first, let me assign you the pages we're going to cover for section 7, okay? All right, this is on page 71, okay? I want you to do the entire page 71. Page 72, entire page. Then let's go to page 74, entire page. Page 75, entire page. Page 76, entire page. It talks about percentage points, okay? So we have to know what is percentage points and how to do the absolute change and relative change, okay? Then page 79, entire page. Page 80, entire page. Yeah, entire page means this part from this cover and also the connect card question 1 and 2. Entire page, okay? 80, entire page. Page 81, entire page. So that's it for section 7, okay? Section 7 is a long section, okay? I'll go over the most important parts, okay? If we don't do that in a video, in the lecture, you do all of the rest by yourself, okay? Well, in group, okay? You have to finish the rest, all of the rest, okay? All right, so let's go back to page 71. Okay. Chapter 7, okay, section 7 can be divided into 2 parts. The first part is about absolute and relative change. The second part is about a percentage change, okay? So let's look at the first part, absolute and relative change, okay? So this is on page 71, okay? I'm going to ask a volunteer to read this top part on page 71, okay? So let me see whose turn. Oh, I haven't taken attendance yet, have I? Not yet, okay? So in the break, I'll do the attendance, okay? Who want to read? Any volunteer?
I'll read.
Sure.
In this section, we will look at ways to describe change and make comparisons. Absolute change uses the difference between two numbers. A positive number is a positive change or increase. A negative number is negative change or increase. Absolute change equals new value minus reference old value. More?
Oh, you're down here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good, thanks. Okay, so absolute change, okay, uses the difference in two numbers. Okay, so absolute change, the formula is here, okay? You have to know, you have to memorize. Well, is this on our yellow sheet? Yeah, you can check. If this formula sheet is on our yellow sheet, then you don't have to memorize it. But if this formula sheet is not on the yellow sheet, you have to memorize how to compute the absolute change, okay? To compute absolute change, we use new value subtract by what? The old value, okay? So remember, new minus old gave us absolute change, okay? So let's start to look at some examples. Okay, so let's look at question 3. Okay, yeah, it's about the height, okay, between two men, okay, between two men, okay. So question 3, I'm going to ask volunteer to read, all of the ABC 3 questions. Any volunteer? Leila, you want to read?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, please.
Juliet's weight went from 1/8 to 100.
Oh, question 3, please. Question 3.
John is 6'2", and Miguel is 5'9". Notice there is no new and old. Let's consider the possible comparison. Compare Miguel to John by finding and interpreting the absolute change with John as the reference. We would be fine and interpret the absolute change with Miguel as the reference. This is compare.
Okay.
C is, do you get the same value in parts A and B?
Okay, very good. Thanks. Okay, so let's work on this question 3. John is 6'2". Well, 6'2", everybody know that it's a tall, right? It's a tall person, okay? So 6 feet 2 inches, 5 feet 9 inches. How can we compare them? Should we convert the height from feet inch to inches only? Yes or no? Yes, let's convert 6 feet 2 inches into inches. 74, because every 1 foot equals what? 12 inches, right? So 6 times 12 is 72 plus 2, 74 inches. Okay. How about Miguel? 69, okay. Oh, see? Now they have the same units, okay? Both are in inches, okay? So compare Miguel to John by finding and then interpreting the absolute change with John as a reference. Reference value is what value? New or old? You're the reference. That means they consider you as the old one. So, you're the reference means you're the sample, right? The other value is compared with you. So you're the old one. Okay, reference one, old one. Okay, so here, who is a reference? John is a reference, okay? So John as a reference. So John is what? The old value, okay? So Miguel compared with John, Miguel is what? New, Miguel's height is new. So compute the relative change, absolute change, not relative, okay? Absolute change. By using formula, it should equal what? New minus old, it gives us what? Miguel, 69 inches minus what? John, what is that? 74 inches is equals what? Negative 5 inches. Oh, this absolute change result give us a negative value. What does this negative 5 inches mean? Means what? Compare with John, Miguel is taller or shorter? Shorter, right? Because John is a reference, okay? So we can answer the question like, okay, Miguel is 5 inches what? Shorter than what? John. Does it make sense, guys? Because you get a negative value, right? Compare with a tall guy, right? You get a negative result. And then from this question, we practiced about how to compute absolute change. New value minus old value. So this is question A. So that's good. Now question B. Find and interpret the absolute change with Miguel as a reference. So this time, in order to compute the absolute change, Miguel is old value or new? This time, Miguel is what? Reference, old. So John, the height of John is what? The new value. So how can we compute this absolute change? New, 74 minus what? Old, what? 69 inches. Give us what? Positive 5 inches. Okay? And how do we interpret this result, 5 inches? We can say what? John is 5 inches taller than what? Miguel, right? Okay, so John is 5 inches taller than Miguel. Right? And this is comparing what? Who to who? John to what? Miguel. Because previously, see, Miguel to John. Now this time we compare John to Miguel. Right, guys? Can you guys, everybody follow me? Okay. Alright, question C. Did you get the same value in part A and B? Can we say we get the same value? Same absolute value, right? Because negative 5 absolute value is also 5, okay? So we say same value but different what? Sign, right? We say same value but what? Different sign. Well, on the bottom of this page, I also want to read this short paragraph, okay? We will make comparison, okay? Positive number, okay? Positive result means what? The item in question is more than the reference item, okay? A negative number indicates that the item in question is less than the reference item, okay? So just like the Miguel and John problem, okay? If we get a negative result, that means Miguel is what? Shorter. And then John compare with Miguel, okay? And then get a positive result, that means John is taller than Miguel. Everybody clear about this question 3? Okay. Now this is absolute change, okay? Well, let's go to page 72. The second formula from this section is we talk about relative change, okay? I'm going to ask a volunteer to read this paragraph included in this gray box for us. Let me see who's turn. Morgan?
Just the box.
Just this and the box.
Relative change is the ratio of absolute change to the reference or old value. A positive number is a relative increase. A negative number is a relative decrease. Relative change is a percent change. Relative change equals new value minus reference or old value divided by the reference or old value. Note, when working with data over time, the older value is the reference value.
Okay, very good. Thanks. Okay. So relative change, this formula, I also need you to master it, okay? Because you have to know what is the difference between relative change and absolute change. For absolute change, we only compute what? A subtraction. New value minus old, right? For relative change, the formula is telling us relative change equals what? New minus old. What is new minus old? Absolute change. Because new minus old is absolute change. And then divide by what? Old value, okay? So here I need you to memorize new minus old divided by old, okay? So we have to make sure what is the reference value, okay? Reference value or old value will be on the bottom for our relative change. And here, relative change is what? A percentage change. Means the result from this relative change will be a decimal number. Most of the time you'll get a decimal number, and that decimal number will give us a percent. Okay? If we have a positive result, we say we have a relative increase. If we have a negative result from the relative change, we say we have a relative decrease. Okay? Alright, so let's still go to question 3, the John and Miguel problem, okay? But this time, we do what? Relative change, okay? I'm still going to ask volunteer to read question 3, all of the 3 questions for us. Let me see whose turn. Evan? Can you read?
6-2 and Miguel is 5-9. Compare Miguel to John by finding and interpreting the relative change of John and Elizabeth. Should we expect the same outcome if we were to use Miguel as a reference? Why or why not? Using Miguel as the reference, find and interpret the relative change. This is comparison of point to point.
Okay, very good. Okay, alright, so let's look at these questions one by one, okay? Question A, compare Miguel to John by finding the relative change with John as a reference. So John is what? John's height is old value, and then Miguel's height is what? New. Okay, we know John has 74 inches tall height, and Miguel has a 6'9" inches height. Okay, so relative change by using the formula. It is defined by what? Do you still remember? New minus old, or absolute change. You can use the result from absolute change, or you can do new minus old divided by old, right? So new minus old, Miguel, 69 inches minus old, what is that? 74 inches divided by old, John, 74 inches. Let's see what we can get. 69 minus 74, we did it already, -5 inches, 74 inches. See, on the both top and bottom we have inches, right? So inches cancel out. Use your calculator. Can you give me an answer? -5 over 74, -0.7. 0.07. Did you round?
Yeah.
Yeah. You round, so you get a 0.07. Some of you guys get a 0.68, or some of you guys get a 0.0676. Okay. So I would let us say we have the round to. It doesn't. Okay. So we say we can use 0.07. Okay. 6, 7. Yeah, 6, 8. Let me do more. Okay. But if you do 0.07, I'll consider you're right, okay, because that doesn't say, right? Okay, so -0.068. This is a decimal number because units are all cancelled out. Let me ask you guys, what is this decimal number in percentage? -6.8 what? Percent, right? You see, relative change does give us percentage change, and we get a negative percent. How can we interpret this result? Miguel is what? 6.8% taller or shorter? Shorter than John. Okay, so use a meaningful sentence. It is going to be Miguel is 6.8% shorter than John. Question B. Should we expect the same outcome if we were to use Miguel as a reference? If Miguel is an old value, John is a new one, can we expect the same outcome? Let's compute it, okay? Let's compute directly. So relative change in this question is going to be new minus old divided by old. What is new? 74. Old is 69. Divided by what, guys? 69. Now, let's compare this line with here from the previous question. From the previous question, we can tell on the top and on the top only, we'll have a -5, and from here we have a +5 inches. Okay. However, how about our denominator? Do we have the same denominator? No, because we're using different people as conferences. Okay. So we should have a 5 inches divided by 69 inches. Inch cancel out, and you may give me an answer. What do you get? I get a 0.072. See? 2.72. What is the digits after 2? 4. 4? Right? 4? Okay. Okay. So I get a 0.072. Okay. In percent, it is 72%. 7.2. Okay. 7.2%. So if we interpret it, it doesn't ask us to do so, so we don't have to, okay? So if we have to interpret, it's going to be what? John is 7.2% what? Taller than Miguel. But you see, they don't have the same what? Result, okay? So should we expect the same outcome? No. Why? Because what? We are having different denominators, okay? Yeah, because there will be, or there were, because we have already computed a different denominator. And question C is asking us, use Miguel as a reference, find and interpret the relative change. We did it already, okay? We actually did it in advance, okay? So we don't have to rewrite it, okay? We just need to say, oh, this is the answer for question C, okay? And if we have interpreted, it's going to be what? John is 7.2% taller than Miguel. Okay, so the calculation is here. You can write it here. Okay, and the interpretation is this. Okay, and this is a comparison of who to who. John compared to what? Miguel, right? Any question from this page? The question 3 on this page? No? Okay. And see, just use this height problem. We practiced both of the absolute change and what? Relative change, right? Okay. Alright guys, let's move on to page 74. Okay. Right. We talk about fair market rental. I'll talk about this bit quickly, okay, just give you a hint so you can mimic and do the rest all by yourself, okay? So I'm not going to read all of these, but here it says fair market rental rates, Indiana. So either in the year 2000 or in the year 2015, these are the different what? Different cities, okay? Well, compare fair market rental rates, okay, between years, okay? So that means we'll compare for each of the cities, compare between years, okay, between years. Now let's look at one line from the table, okay, from the table. For Fort Wayne, okay, Fort Wayne, what is absolute change from the year 2000 to what? 2015, okay? Compute is absolute and relative change from 2000 to 2015 for Fort Wayne. How? How to compute absolute change? What is new value, guys? Which year give us a new value? From to, okay? From the old years to the newer years, right? So 2015, that's a new value. You have to know this column all give us all new values, and this column give us the old values. So new value 687 minus what? 508. Can you tell me the answer? 176. Everybody get the same? 176? 179. 179.
What?
179. Oh yeah.
I swear I just read it.
Okay, the relative change, what do? We don't have to recompute the absolute change, right? So relative change should be the absolute change 179 divided by the old value. What is old value? 509. 508, sorry. Yeah, we should get a decimal number. It says write the relative change values as a percent round it to the nearest tenth. That means with a percentage, sign, we should have 1 digits. So that means as a decimal number, we have to have at least what? Not at least, we should have exactly 3 digits. Okay? So what do you have as your decimal number? 0.352. What I got is 0.352. So in percent, it is going to be what? 35.2%. You guys agree with that? Okay. So this is the result in percent as a percent, and then we're still with 1 digits, right? Nearest tenth of a percent. Okay. Write a meaningful sentence for the following. Okay. For Fort Wayne, it says, this is the answer we get. Okay, you say, there was a $179 increase in FMR rate in Fort Wayne from this year to that year. We also get this, okay, this should be 35.2%, okay, because it told us to round to the tens, right? So I don't know why they have a 35 here, okay? And then you can mimic saying FMR rates increase in Fort Wayne by this percent during the 50 years leading up to 2015. I'm not going to do everything in the table, but I believe we have already done one line. That's for one city, Fort Wayne. You can mimic and do all of these cities, and then you should be able to also to answer the question. Okay, write a meaningful sentence. Okay. This is, for these 2 lines, it's only for Indianapolis, absolute change, relative change. You can mimic what are given, these sentences, and then just copy and then mimic, okay? Okay, so this is page 74, you guys. So that's good from this page. I think we're good on that page. All right, page 75. Compare the FRMR rate between communities, okay, okay? Use 2015 FMR rate to find the absolute and relative changes for the following comparisons of communities. Okay, so between communities, you see, this line gives us how to compute absolute change, relative change from between these 2 cities. Okay, from Terre Haute to Indianapolis. So reference give us old value, and then this column gave us a new value, okay, new value. So they did that, okay, you can read. Let's do one line by ourselves, okay. Absolute change, compare Terre Haute to Indianapolis. Terre Haute is new value, Indianapolis is the old value, and check the 2015 result. On page, from the previous page, what is the value for Terre Haute in 2015? How about you tell me? Nobody find the number? 678, right? And then minus old value, the reference value, Indianapolis, what is 790? Yeah, 792. So we should have a negative what? Negative some dollars, right? Negative 114, right? Okay. And what about the relative change here? Use absolute change. Negative 114 divided by the old value 792, it gives us have you got a number? Yeah, see, these numbers are in 3 digits, okay, before the percent, okay? So we're also going to run in, 3 digits as a decimal number. So we get a negative, 0.144, and in percentage, it is 14.4%. You guys all get the same answer? Negative 114 divided by 792, or no? No? Chris?
Well, I got a negative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Do we-
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. I should keep the negative sign. It should be negative 14.4%. You're right. Yeah, because if we get negative result, we have to make sure we keep it to the end of the line. Okay, so yes, negative 14.4%. Okay. Well, similarly, you can do all of these lines by finding the numbers. That's a practice, right? Practice. And the rather meaningful sentence using the following. They gave us what? These two examples. One is to answer absolute change. The other one is to answer relative change. And then to answer these two lines, I will assume that you are able to do it by just mimicking. Okay, mimic. Okay, so page 76. Changes in percentage point. Okay, how do you understand percentage point? Okay, I'm going to ask a volunteer to read these two paragraphs. Okay, let me see whose turn. Who want to read? Chris?
To this point, you have worked with changes in things like dollars, pounds, and inches. What about changes in percentage points? According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the highest average annual unemployment rate in recent history was during 2009 at a rate of 9.3%. By 2015, the average annual unemployment rate had dropped to 3.45%. When working with absolute changes in percentage, think percentage points. This means you will not convert the given percentage values to decimal values during the calculation.
Okay, very good. Thanks. Okay, so percentage point, okay, means we'll only use what? We are dealing with what? These given numbers, they are already in percent. Okay, so naturally, okay, we could, 9.3% in the decimal number is 0.093, right? 5.3% it equals 0.053. Okay, however, okay, when we do the absolute changes with percentages, okay, the given values, initial values are percentage, we could think about using the percentage points by not converting the given percentage to decimal values, but just use what? These numbers without the percentage sign. So 9.3 is called what? 9.3 percentage point. Okay? 5.3 is called what? In this question is called 5.3 percentage point. Okay? So when we talk about percentage point, we just mention those number before the percentage symbol. Okay? Well, see the example, find the absolute and relative change in this problem. Okay? Say the newest value is 5.3 percentage point, old value is 9.3, so 5.3 minus 9.3 gives us negative 4 percentage point. Okay, so this means that there is a decrease of 4 percentage points in the unemployment rate from 2009 to 2015. Relative change, you see, same thing, we'll only use percentage point. We will not, include those percentage signs, okay? However, relative change, eventually that result is a percent, so we get a negative 43%, a 43% decrease in the unemployment rate from this year to that year, you guys? So here we just understand what is a percentage points. That means we'll not keep those percentage symbol. We just use the numbers directly and we call them percentage points. Okay? Okay, for these problems, the question 1 and 2, it asks us to find what? To find and interpret relative change, okay, from this year to that year, okay, by using what? Percentage point. That means when we do the calculations, we just use 2.42 and 2.66 for our percentage points, okay, but we don't have to keep the percentage symbol, okay. So you can do this problem by yourself because you know how to do the absolute change and relative change. I'm not going to go over this question in detail. Same thing here, okay? The question 2 says, this percent, that percent, we just use a percentage point directly to do calculation, okay? I want you to do the question 1 and 2, these problems by yourself in group, okay? Because there's nothing new. You just need to use percentage points to do calculation, that's it, okay? Alright, I believe that's the first part in section